Hello, hello, all my friends. I want to welcome everyone that is in the chat and welcome everyone that will catch the replay later on. Hello, Gretchen and Connie and Tina. Hello, hello, Missy. Always rejoicing. Miss Lori, my friend. Upstairs hobby room. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Okay, so on last Thursday, we started out with the basic front porch, our new Lovely Layers front porch builder. And I just did the everyday front porch. You can go back and catch that replay. Well, tonight we're going to use the holiday add-on and deck it out for the holidays. And so without further ado and without waiting around, I'm going to go down to my desk view. I do have a couple of little things to share with you. Okay, so first off, we have our little Instagram hop or inspiration going on. Now this, it took my breath away. So this is how one of our design team members, Keiko, decorated her front porch. And I had to show you even on my phone. But you can see she did like a little chocolate snowman. She added our little Lovely Layers treat, or fall treats in there. There's some little treats here and little candy canes. And she has just decked this out. She even added some little circle die cuts here as like little bonbons or little gumdrops there to the top of her house. So adorable. Now, I'm not going to get this in depth tonight. Keiko is always a amazing pro and awesome at the cards that she makes. But I'm going to use the Christmas add-on. And a funny thing is, let me go here. Let me go to our side by side. I was cleaning out my craft room, and you want to see something funny? So this die set, the Front Porch Builder, started out as a sketch and ideas that when Lisa and I talk and we chat and we're coming up with ideas. So this is the first sketch that this front porch started out as. And so you can see that it's really rough. And then I flipped it over. I was like, we can do this. We can have the stone. We can have wood grain up here. And then if I flip it over, and this is in pencil, so it's a little harder to see, but you can see it looks a little bit more like the set of dies that you're going to see tonight and that you saw last Thursday night. You can see where I put stone. There's a lantern or a coach light. There's the glass little side lights. There's little topiaries, a wreath for the front door. So this is like a beginning idea. And I found this in cleaning out my craft room. And I thought that you guys would get a kick out of seeing like our rough sketches and our ideas and then think how things get made for Honeybee Stamps. And then, of course, when we put it all together and our sketches and our ideas and things come to fruition, this is what we end up with. And it's even better than my messy sketch that I just sketched out in pencil and an ink pen. But you can see where we've got the wood grain here and the stone that's all pressed into the background there. And then this is the front porch that I built on, let's go down here, that I built last Thursday night. And so this is our basic little porch. And tonight we are going to deck the halls here. We're going to decorate it for the holidays. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it into a card. So let's get started in getting some of our little die cuts and things ready. And of course, I have a little tray of die cuts here. I've got my little string of lights already because I wanted to add some of our adhesive gems as the lights. Now there are dies. Let me find it here. There are dies in this die set that you can see here where if you wanted to cut out like a rainbow of little light bulbs and add those on, you can do that. There's even little ornaments or little things that you can add to your little layering Christmas tree. But I wanted to add some of our little gems. See all the sparkle there if I kind of tilt it in the light? Okay, so I'm going to get started here and I am going to finish my little die cuts with you guys, and I am going to start out by adding some color to the tree. Now, if you wanted to cut your tree out of green paper to make it super simple and easy, you could do that. This is Rustic Wilderness on my brush, and I'm going to go super duper heavy-handed right down here And then I'm going to kind of fade it up as we go up into the tippy top of my little porch tree that I have here. So I'm going to go round and round and swirl that brush. And then another thing that I like to do is I like to add, if I can find it here, a little bit of colored pencil back into, let me see if my eyeballs can find the pencil that I want, back into the die cut. And so I like to take my colored pencils, so let me see if I can find one that is like a deeper green. Let's use this one here. And all I do, I like to cheat, and I use all that embossing detail, just like you saw on the stonework on Thursday night, where I kind of traced in the grout and things like that. Now it's all pressed into the paper, so you could leave it, you know, just as is. If you wanted to add a few of those little details in, you can use your colored pencils or your Copic markers, or, you know, whatever you like to use in your craft room. And then just add in some of those little details, and then it makes it look, you know, like we've got our little tree going here. Okay, now there is a little layering pot, and you could make it red or black or gray, white, whatever you wanted to add for your little porch. And I am going to go all out Christmas red and green. And so I'm going to add a red layering pot here, just like so. And then I've got some little glittery ornaments that I have cut out, and I'm going to add those on as, they could be little ornaments or little, you know, little tree lights or whatever for my little Christmas tree. I just simply added just some little dots of glue, and then those are going to pop right down onto my little dots here. Let's see here. While I'm gluing ornaments, I'm going to look up here at the comments and see what you ladies and gentlemen are chatting about this evening. Let's see. Hello. Grip mat. Yes, I have a grip mat in my Misty as well. They are super handy. And I just got a new Misty the other day, and it was like Christmas at my house. I don't know what it is about when you get a new tool or a new something, and I'm super hard on my supplies, so I go through, well, it's been probably a couple of years since I've needed a new Misty. They do hold up really well, but it was time for a new one, and I got my new one the other day, and it's so pretty and shiny and all clean. It's not inky. Okay, now one of my trees, you can see, is going to be a little bit darker than the other. It's okay. So I'm going to lay those aside. We've got those done. Now let's put together our cute little snowman. And I started out, and I went ahead and added his little orange nose because I didn't want to lose the little carrot that is his little nose. But we can put his little arms, his little twigs, or his little limbs that are his arms. He's got a little top hat, of course. Let's get all my little pieces here. And then he has a little red scarf. And so I'm going to add him all together. And then I'm going to finish his face and his little buttons with a black gel pen. Now there's a die in that holiday add-on set as well that you could use for the little buttons and the face and all that. I'm going to cheat and use my black gel pen. I like to do that for little details anyway. Okay, so let's get the lay of the land here. Let's find my adhesive, and then I'm going to see if I can't pick him up. Add maybe a little dot of adhesive just right here on the little snowman's arms. And then I'm going to use my tweezers to kind of pick everything up. And then we'll kind of have him waving hello just like that. Let's see here. Okay. Anna Griffin Impress. I've heard lots of good things about that dye machine. I don't know what you guys are chatting about, but I have heard really good things about that Empress, the Anna Griffin die machine. Okay. Here, we'll have him have both arms up like so. How long, how big, any big issues? Let's see. Love the little snowman. He's so adorable. Okay, let's add his little top hat. And I'm going to add my adhesive right there on the top of his head. And then we'll place that right down. And so he'll have his little top hat on. Make sure we're not covering up his cute little eyeballs. And then let's add his cute little scarf. Just add a little dab. And then I can kind of line that up. I guess you can add the scarf or his little buttons. So I'm not going to add buttons to his chest. I'm going to leave his little scarf. But I am going to add my black gel pen. So I always like to start this off on some other little piece of paper because sometimes these black gel pens tend to make a little bit of a mess. And the eyeballs and the mouth, like the little pieces of coal or buttons or whatever, they are pressed in to the paper. They're embossed. And so all you have to do really is just add a little dot of the black gel pen in that embossed area. So it's pretty much cheating on how you want to do that, or if you want to add gel pen. Okay, so we've got that. My little wreath, I colored the same way that I did the little potted Christmas tree. Now, to deck this out a little bit, I'm going to add some of our new gems, and they are going to match the gems that are our little strand of lights. And I'm going to add some of the little red gems. And so I'm going to add, let's do some of the tiny ones. But you could put one of the little bows, the little layering bows on that. I'm just going to add them here and there. 1, 2, 3. And I think I want to add 5 because that'll give us kind of an odd number. And then we'll have a little bit of holiday sparkle there on our little wreath. Let me gently pull this up off of my little grip mat. There we go. All right, now that we've got that, let's start on our card. So I'm going to kind of set this aside. Let's set that aside. And I'm going to pull back my grip mat off of my work surface. Okay, now what I have done to build my card is I cut another one of those, the background or the base wall of our front porch. You can see the stonework and everything in it. This is going to be the inside or the back flap of our card. We're going to make this whole front porch into a card base. So what I'm going to do is take this back piece and I'm going to score it right along the roof line to make, you know, a little flap for the back of the card. So I'm just going to set this in. I'm going to butt the end of the front porch here up against the end of that. So it kind of helps me keep everything into place. And I'm just going to eyeball like this little line that is already scored in to the roof. And then we're going to have a little score line here, just like so. And now I can add my front of my porch, and then we're going to be able to open it like this. Okay, because we've added this little score line here. So I'm just going to add liquid adhesive. If I can get it to dot out, here we go, all over just this top piece. And then I'm going to line up these two pieces. Whoops. And I'm going to use my fingers to kind of make sure that the roof line and everything is shimmied around and all lined up nicely. Let's see, add a dot of glue and the gems will stick. I do that all the time. Yes, you can do that as well. Okay. I'm really going to make sure that this is pressed down nicely. And then we're going to have our card base open up like so. Now, I have cut a little white piece of cardstock, and this is going to be the place where I can write a message on the inside. And I'm just going to line that up right in here. And it fits right inside the inside of my little house or my little front porch. And now, well, let's get it all lined up nicely here. There we go. Thank goodness for liquid adhesive. Let me kind of zhuzh this around a little bit. A little shimmy, shimmy. There we go. Make sure all that's pressed into place. And now this whole thing is going to open up and I have a nice little place to put my message just like that. Or it can set up or whatever it needs to do, like so. All right, now let's decorate this little puppy. So I've got the little ribbon or the bunting or whatever we want to call that we can add. And I did 2 strands of lights that you can add, you know, kind of like so and kind of like so. And I can kind of clip these off if I want to. But we've got our shimmery lights. We've got our cute little snowman. We have cute little trees. And I can even add one right back in here. Just like so. And then of course we can add a cute little wreath to the front door. Okay, so let's start adding, and I've got my little glittery bows over here as well. So I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive right down here. And then I'm not going to add it to the other end quite yet. I'm going to hold it right here in place first. And then I can kind of eyeball where I want my little strand of lights to finish off. I'm going to put a little dot of adhesive right up there at the point of the roof line. And I'm going to dot my finger. And then I'm going to find my little fine tipped scissors. And I'm going to trim this right there. Okay. So now we've got one strand. Let's take all of our little pretties away. And then let's take the other strand. And I'm going to have it, let's see here how I want this to line up. And you could also run your strands across the porch long ways this way if you wanted to do that too. Okay, so I'm going to nestle that right in there and kind of hold it down. I'm just going to fuss with this for a second. There we go. Just cut a red bulb off. So I'm going to lift this and put that down. And I'm going to hold my finger in that adhesive that I added right up there. And let all of that stick down. And then I can add a little bit of adhesive right here on this corner. And then I'm going to let that kind of stick down right there. And I'm going to hold my thumb over that. Is Keiko here? Keiko! Yes, I just showed your card, Keiko, from today. The gingerbread one. Yes. And I told them all how fancy you are. in your card designs. Okay. All right. So now look at all the shimmer of the lights up there. I love how the gems turned out. I want my front porch to look like that for the holidays. Okay, now let's add, now that we've got our little light strands, and I could even add probably a little gem right there. I'm going to add our little ribbon, bunting, pretty stuff. This would even be pretty for, let's say, 4th of July or something like that. Okay, I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to kind of move it around with my fingers until I get it exactly the way I want it right there. But that would be pretty, even if you wanted to do a little birthday front porch or something like that. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's do our glittery bows. Now these little bows are layered. There's 3 layers. So there's the back layer that has the tails. There's the top little loops, and then there is a center. And it's hard to see with glitter cardstock, but they have embossing lines and little details as well. And these remind me of, you know, the little Christmas bows that you find in the hobby stores and all the little places. And I'm going to add those just like here, right on the corners, I think, to finish off my little ribbons and bunting. And come on now. Stick that down. I'm going to hold that down into that adhesive. Okay. And then somebody asked today in our challenge group if there were going to be more add-on sets for the front porch. And yes, there will be. We're going to work on those. It would be fun to have seasonal little porches. Springtime with flowers and things like that. Oh my goodness. Look how cute that is. It's adorable. Okay, so let's add our cute little potted Christmas trees. These look just like the trees that you find to put on your little front porch during the holidays. The little evergreens and things. So let's add that there. Stick that down, and then let's add the other little potted tree. And I did 2, one for either side of our little front door and our little front porch. I'm going to let that kind of stick down here. I'm going to shimmy him over just a little bit. Come on. There we go. Let it hold into that adhesive. Okay, now let's add little Frosty. And I'm just going to kind of nestle him right about there. That's cute. And then we can add our little wreath. And I'm going to add that right about there. And just like that. Okay, so this is all the parts of our little holiday front porch add-on. Now, let's add, to finish this off, let's add a cute little sign to our, maybe our wreath on our front door. So I think I'm going to add, let's see, should we add welcome or hello on our front door. And I'm going to make this look like, I'm just going to stamp it on white paper, but I think it could look like a cute little, you know how people have the cute little signs on their front door, or we could do a hello for the holiday. Which one do you think? A welcome or hello in there? Let's see. Welcome. Everybody's saying welcome. Okay, so let's do welcome. And I'm going to use my little scrap that I even tested my little pin on. So let's move Frosty's house right over here. And then you guys are going to see my beautiful new Misty. Woo-wee. You know, it's exciting when we get new tools, new Misty. I almost didn't want to ink her up and get her all dirty the other day. Okay, so welcome. So do you think that we ought to stamp this in black, or do we do red for the holidays? What do you guys think? Black, red? I'm thinking black or red. Let's see here. Got the new teal one. Or I could do gold. I could do a gold welcome too, and then it would kind of blend in with the mailbox and the little handle to the door. Red, black to show up. I could do black right there. Red or blue. We're doing holiday. Let's do red. Okay, so let's do lumberjack plaid. That is what I inked. Did I ink anything? Lumberjack plaid? No, but I've got it out in my little Christmas dish of goodies over here. So let's do just good old lumberjack plaid. And the door on this puppy is so stiff, you know, when you get it and those hinges aren't broken in well yet. Oh, wee, look how pretty and fine that is. I love it. Okay, so let's set that aside. Let's set the new Misty aside over here. And then I am going to let's cover all of this in clear embossing powder. Just like so. And then I am going to very carefully heat this up. Oops. Okay. That was my my little trimmer that fell down that I knocked over. Okay, now I'm going to take the coordinating die from our little die set. And this stamp set, I should have told you, is called Welcome Home. So it's all kinds of little sentiments that go with the little front porch. So let's see here. I've got to try to figure out which one goes. There we go. Let's get a little piece of tape so I don't make a boo-boo. And let's put that right over the top. And let's hold that down. And then I need to find my well-loved little plates here. And then we're very easily going to cut this out. And then I can pop that out. And now we've got a cute little welcome sign. I guess you could make that a little rectangle if you wanted to fit on there to make it look more like a little sign, like a little decorative sign. I am almost all out of my little thin strips, and I can't find any. Okay, so we're just gonna add this on flat. Okay, so next question for my friends here is, do I add this to my door down in here, or do I add it across the wreath like this? Thinking maybe like right in there. Do you guys think across the wreath like it's part of the decor? And I'm going to do a little gym surgery right here. And I'm going to move that because I'm thinking like right across there. Don't you guys think like right in there? And then it fits in like the little wreath across the wreath. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, you guys. Let's come down just a little bit so you guys can kind of see here. So I'm thinking right across there. And let me pick this up and let me make sure that that little guy, oh, that does look like a little welcome sign. It's so cute. So cute. And now I've got a little spot. Now, let me tell you this. This would normally, if I had put Frosty like over here a little bit, like right in here, this would fit in an A2 size envelope. Because I stuck Frosty out, I would probably need to put it in an envelope for an A7 size card or a 5x7 card. Normally, when I make really fancy cards like this, I will put it over the loops of a gift bag. So like at Christmas or whatever, or birthdays. I do this a lot for birthdays too. If I make a really fancy card, I will put this in between the loops. So like this is the loop of the gift bag here. I'll nestle it in. And so that kind of decorates the front of your gift bag. I hope that makes sense. I get asked a lot of like, how do you mail this card? Or what do you do with this card? A lot of times I will do that. I will have the little gift bag and I will loop it over the front of the gift bag. And so it almost like adds decoration to what would otherwise be a really plain gift bag. You know, you've got your tissue paper and things like that. So that's probably what I would do with something like this, and take as like a little hostess gift or something like that to like a church Christmas party or something like that. And you could also like a little wine bag or something like that. Like, and a lot of these sentiments in this little sentiment set says, welcome, thank you for having us. Your hospitality means the world to me. So that would be really cute on like a little hostess gift or something, especially for if somebody invites you over for the holidays. So I get asked that question a lot. So I thought that I would throw that out there. That's probably what I would do. And then if I wanted to mail it, I would probably ditch one of these little trees and scooch Frosty over. And then it's going to fit into an A2 size envelope. And then probably instead of adding all the little gems and things, I would probably add the little light bulbs onto that. Okay, wait until you see the coming add-ons for this. They're going to be so fun. Lisa, don't give away too many hints, Lisa, or we don't want you to be fired. I almost always get fired because I give away just too many hints. And so I invite you over please invite me over to your house. I would love that. Great card. Can't wait to start the house. Yes, I'm so glad you guys are loving it. Yeah, and add-ons. So we will have add-ons. I'm so excited for the add-ons because it's so cute. There's so many fun things that we can do with this. We can change up the style of the front door and have a different little style, a little, different up here, and add some little spring things. You just never know what we may come up with in our, our fun little crazy sketches and our little things. I mean, you see what comes out of my brain, and Lisa and I are like, oh yes, that would be good to add to that, and so on and so forth. All right, All right, Lisa, you know what time it is. It is time for our Monday night giveaway. Add a taller snowman. Add a taller snowman that will fit. Add a taller snowman. Oh, okay. You could totally add a taller snowman. Or you could chop his head off and make him bigger, maybe. Let's see. Don't forget, thanks, Grapes for Me. Let's see here. I love the stuffs that comes out of your brain. Thank you, Roxanne. All right. I hope I did not. All right. Bo Gilmore, you are the winner. Congratulations, Bo. A skinnier snowman. You could have a skinnier snowman. All right. So our winner is Bo. If you will email me, Kelley, Kelley at honeybeestamps.com, I am going to hook you up with your gift card. Poor snowman Kelley wanted to chop his head. I'm just trying to make him taller. I'm just giving ideas. Let's see. Congrats, Bo. Yes. All right, everybody, come back here on Wednesday night. I am going to have some more holiday crafty goodness to share with you, and I hope you'll join us then. Thanks for joining me to deck the halls this evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.